a DeWalt DCR025 Jobsite radio charger, power bank, well, I should say power distributor. Dusty, been used. I like it. Going to review it, talk about it a little bit, coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop. We're going to talk about, here is a DeWalt DCR025 or 025, however you want to say it. Job site radio. Had another one. Actually, I still have it. In fact, I'll go fetch it and we'll compare them. Okay, here it is. Right here, this is the old DW911. It's the 18 volt job site radio and charger. It has an aux input, nothing really fancy about it. One of the things that happened with this one though is the power supply board and it went out. It works fine off of an 18 volt battery, but the line cord doesn't work anymore, and I'm not going to spend $100 to buy a power supply board for it. So it just gets relegated to using out in one of the greenhouses, etc. So that's why I decided to get this one here. It has more features, it has Bluetooth, it has USB inputs, outputs, charge your phone. It's got an aux input. Got a little place to store your beef jerky, which I'll show you here in a minute. Let me get this one here out of the way. Okay, back to this guy right here. A little thing about hiding your beef jerky. Little drawer down here you open up to access to get to the aux input and USB port. Nice little space in there to hide the beef jerky from your coworkers or other people, so you have it all to yourself. Shop hint. Okay, obviously I can't play this in here because then I get hit with a copyright infringement, because I'm sure there'd be some song playing. But controls are very straightforward. You can have presets for your radio stations. You can Bluetooth it to your phone or your MP3 player, and you can play your MP3 things through it just fine. Has good tone. Of course, we're in a major metropolitan area, so radio reception is not a problem. Of course, it also charges batteries. In fact, there's one on it right now. It's not plugged in, but I can play the radio off of that battery if I have no place to plug power in. Okay, nice heavy power cord, and another nice feature on this, because okay, this doesn't affect me anymore because I'm retired. But back when I was working in the trade, if you plugged in a radio on a job site, if somebody else needed to plug in an extension cord for a tool or something, your radio is going to get unplugged, I guarantee it. One of the nice things here, this is a nice heavy cord. There are two outlets right here on the side where you could plug in. I don't think I'd be wanting to run my big planer on it or anything, but you know, small tools or other battery chargers or things like that. Or if you're in one of them obnoxious work sites, somebody will plug in another radio on a different station, you'll have them both playing at the same time. And you guys work in construction, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it happens a lot. Then you end up with what we call the radio wars. And I've seen some of them get pretty ugly over the years. But got good cord storage in the back. The cord wraps around. It's got a little thingy on here to clip it back onto the cord. It's fairly stout. It's not going to blow over, I guarantee you that. And as I said, it's got good tone. I'm happy with it. And this is quite dusty because we used it for several months up at the renovation house as I've been working up there all the way through demolition and construction and drywall finishing and painting and, well, the whole 9 yards there. So it's been through it. Still sounds fine. Charges the batteries fine. Plays off the battery just fine. No, they're not cheap. And why did I go with DeWalt? Well, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm already vested in the DeWalt platform, and I have a lot of 20 volt tools. So this went right down the alley with them. Oh, it's perfect. That's not saying that the Bosch or Milwaukee or something is not good, or it's not as good. I'm not going to get into which one's better. This plays just fine. It's not a high-end stereo by any means, but for a job site radio, works just fine. And I'm happy with it. So if you got anything out of this little quick review of this guy, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. Of course, we're always looking for subscribers. Next to that subscribe button's a little bell. You click that bell, you'll be notified when I post another video. I'm Roger in the shop with my radio I like. See you in the next one.